New McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse reveals, NECA Toys shows off new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures, and more Spider-Man Marvel Legends. All that and more in today's TNI news, so let's jump into it. So welcome to a Monday edition of TNI News, and of course I'm JC, and we've got a lot to cover today, but before we get into the news, just a quick reminder that you have a few days left before Christmas where you can enter into our contest over on TNI, where we're giving away not one, but two $500 store credits to Big Bad Toy Store. Now, I gave away 2 store credits of the amount of $500 this past Friday here on YouTube in my live stream. But if you weren't able to participate or you didn't win those, you've got another shot before Christmas. So link is in the video description below on those contest details. It's really simple, and I highly recommend that you check that out. All right, so let's start off with a little bit of Transformer news from Super 7. And today we got a look at their 5th wave of Transformer reaction figures. These are the 4-inch figures. They don't actually transform. And with this wave, we are going to be getting Prowl, Generation 1 version of Prowl, as well as RC. Then we're getting Grimlock in his dinosaur mode. I believe we previously got him in his robot mode. And then finally, Reflector. So you may want to get 3 of those. And these are going to be out in February. I believe these will be going up for pre-order very soon. But if you're into the reaction and Transformers, these are ones you're probably going to want to check out. Okay, now for some Marvel news. So first of all, from the overseas company Sentinel, we've got official images and details for the next fighting armor figure from them, which will be Black Panther. This will be going up for pre-order very soon. This figure stands about 6.4 inches tall. It is going to come with an extra pair of hands. He's going to have a spear-like weapon and a flight stand. So with this fighting armor line, they've taken Marvel characters and basically given them armored type looks. We've gotten previous figures that have been solicited for this line include Wolverine, Captain America, Iron Man, of course, Deadpool, Spider-Man. So again, Black Panther is the next figure in the line. And as I said, this should be going up for pre-order pretty much everywhere, including our sponsors, Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth, in the pretty near future. For you fans of the 3 3/4 inch retro Marvel Legend line, we've got the official images and details for Wave 5. So we had seen 3 of the figures in this wave previously back in October during one of Hasbro's live stream events. They showed off the classic Falcon figure, Mr. Fantastic, and Venom. Now, previously I'd said the remaining 2 figures in this line were going to be a Wolverine figure and a Hulk figure. That was what was listed for this wave previously, but it looks like there was a change at some point. And so we are, in fact, getting Wolverine. It will be in his brown costume, but the final figure in this wave is actually going to be Dark Phoenix, not Hulk. And these are essentially the repaints of the 2 figures they offered, put up for pre-order, again, back in October, which were being offered as Pulse exclusives. You know, the yellow Tiger Stripe Wolverine and then the normal Phoenix were the Pulse exclusives. And now we've got brown costume and Dark Phoenix in the regular line. Now, these figures should be going up for pre-order very soon, and likely we'll see release in the pretty near future as well. Okay, and then the final bit of Marvel Legend news I have for you guys today is actually on the rumor front. So if you caught Friday's live stream, I told you about one of these there, so you may already have heard this one. But this is specifically in regards to that tease they gave in last week's live stream where they showed off a backpack accessory. Now, I can't say 100% what they were actually teasing since the backpack is pretty generic and you could belong to a number of things, I suppose. But based on information that I've seen for 2 different figures that are almost definitely coming out next year in 2022, I imagine both of these will have a backpack accessory. Now, the first one, which is the one I mentioned in the live stream on Friday, is probably not what they were really teasing. Though for me, it's probably the cooler of the 2 figures I'm going to be telling you about today. This has not been confirmed by Hasbro, so we will treat it as rumor until they do officially confirm these. And both of these should be part of that Spider-Man 60th anniversary subline that they're going to be doing next year. You may recall they previously showed off the comic book-based Iron Spider figure, and that should also be part of that 60th anniversary subline, though they have not yet confirmed that. But the other two figures, I can tell you, there's a bunch of Spider-Man figures coming next year, but two more that I'm going to tell you about, which again, we will treat as rumor, is one is based on the Into the Spider-Verse. It is Penny Parker with her droid, the SPDR. And, you know, Penny Parker generally has a backpack. Now hers is green, has a cat face on it with ears. So unless the backpack they were showing in the live stream was like an unpainted prototype, that is probably not what they were actually teasing in that video. But the second one is much more likely to be what they were teasing. So the second one is a 2-pack, and this is based on the Spider-Man Homecoming movie. It is a 2-pack featuring Peter Parker and his best friend Ned. Now the backpack looks very much like the beige backpack that you saw Peter / Spider-Man use much in the movie. So that is probably the backpack that would come with Peter Parker. And then Ned might have his own backpack. In the movie, he had a camo backpack. So I don't know exactly what the figures will be wearing. I don't know if they will have those sports blazers that they wore at their, whatever it was, their debate or it wasn't spelling bee, but whatever it was that they went into Washington for their school trip, you know, and they had those blazers. So I don't know if the figures will have those or not. But hopefully, you know, I would actually probably rather them not have the jackets, or maybe have the jackets be removable if possible. And then for Ned, hopefully, you know, I'm hoping we get one with a Spider-Man mask head, like, you know, he put the mask on in the movie. So it'd be cool if they added that as an alternate head. But again, this backpack that they showed in last week's live stream does very much look like the one that Peter had in the Homecoming movie. So while again, I can't say 100% that's what they were teasing, you know, I can tell you that almost 99% likelihood that both the Penny Parker 2-pack and then the Peter Parker and Ned 2-pack will be coming next year as part of the anniversary line. And possibly one of those two is what they were teasing last week. Okay, now for you G.I. Joe fans, it looks like Threezero is going to be expanding their 1/6 line, 12-inch figures. They've previously done Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow, and they showed off this weekend some concept art for additional figures that they are going to be doing. So 3 more figures that they have planned. Probably the coolest will be the Cobra Saboteur Firefly, and then we are also getting G.I. Joe members Lady Jaye and Roadblock. So no details on when we will actually start to see these figures, when they might be solicited or anything like that. But again, they are planning on expanding their 12-inch line of G.I. Joe figures. These look very classic-like for the most part, especially Lady Jaye and Firefly. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more on these. NECA Toys has been revealing some teasers via their wallpapers. Every year they do downloadable wallpapers that show off various figure lines that they've been doing, and often they'll sneak in new unreleased figures in there. So we've got a couple of those. So let's start off with Back to the Future. We're getting our first real look at their Back to the Future 3 Griff figure. We've seen some teases for this figure previously, but this is our best look at that one to date. Then for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so last week I told you about the comic book base ones, that the one that they had shown off. But now we've got a look at some movie figures, including Secret of the Ooze turtle figures. So, you know, they also have Shredder and such, but I believe this is the first time we're seeing their actual turtles based on the second movie, Secret of the Ooze. So no information as far as when these will actually be released or anything like that, but they are definitely coming, and with the wallpaper we get our first look. With Robocop, they are reissuing Ed 209, which is available for pre-order now pretty much everywhere, including our sponsors Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. So if you missed out on their original Ed 209, you get another crack at it. It's a pretty cool figure. For their boys line, we're getting our first look at their Black Noir figure. This is one that they had previously announced and we saw some concept art for, but again, we are getting our first kind of real look at the actual figure. And then also for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they announced that they are going to be offering a new set on their NECA store website tomorrow, which is the 21st. They've not given a specific time for when this will go live, but generally these tend to go up around 11 a.m. Eastern time. So this will be animated series based. They gave out a pretty vague teaser this weekend, but then just today they released what appears to be an image of the actual set. So based on this latest image, it looks like it's going to be another version of the Foot Soldier along with some Mousers, and looks like maybe some mice as well. So I don't know if this is the whole set. This is kind of still a teaser, so there could be more to this. Again, I'm not entirely sure, but this should be going up on the NECA store tomorrow. We'll get the official images and details then. So keep it to TNI for more details, and I'll probably be talking more about this in the next news video. Okay, and then finally for McFarlane Toys, I've got several things to share with you today. So since I last talked to you, we got the official images for those Season 2 The Witcher figures based on the Netflix series. So last week I told you how pre-order listings had popped up on Amazon's website, but now we've got the official images, and these now are available for pre-order pretty much everywhere, again, including our sponsors Entertainment Earth and Big Bad Toy Store. So just to recap, this wave is going to include 2 versions of Geralt. So a regular version in his Season 2 armor, and then one after he drank the potion, where his skin is all pale and his eyes are kind of blacked out. So again, 2 versions of him. And then we're also getting the Season 2 version of Ciri. And then finally, we are getting Roach, though I'm not sure if this is actually Roach or not, but it is listed as Roach. It is a black horse. I'm not going to go into details on why it's black if you haven't seen the 2nd season, which premiered this past weekend on Netflix. I checked it out, so I thought there are parts of the show I've never really played the game, so sometimes I have a hard time following everything that's going on, but overall I thought it was a pretty good season. I definitely liked it better than the first season. So again, I'm not like this huge Witcher fan. I've never played the video games, but I did watch Season 1 when it first debuted, and then I watched Season 2 this past weekend, and overall I give it a thumbs up. So these figures, again, are available for pre-order now and will be out early next year. And then also from McFarlane Toys this weekend, we got several preview images released for upcoming DC Multiverse figures. All of these are ones that we have seen listings for previously. So first of all, we are getting our first look at one of the Endless Winter figures with Aquaman. So pretty cool looking Aquaman overall. This is based on the Endless Winter storyline. This is going to be part of a Build-A-Wave. So the other figures that are slated for this line are a version of Batman, Wonder Woman, John Stewart Green Lantern, Black Adam, and then the Build-A-Figure for this wave is the story's main bad guy named Frost King. So these, according to McFarlane, will be going up for pre-order sometime this week, probably later this week, later in the week. And at that point, we, of course, will get the official images for the entire wave. Now, besides that, we also got our first look at the new 52 version of Martian Manhunter. So this is another one that we've seen listings for. So with Martian Manhunter, there's actually going to be 2 versions released, a regular version and then a gold label version. And I don't know how the 2 figures are going to differ, and I don't actually know which one this image depicts, whether it's the regular version or the gold label version. This is probably the regular version, but again, I don't know that for sure. But based on listings that we have seen, there will be 2 versions of the Martian Manhunter released. I'm guessing the head sculpts will differ between the 2 figures. One might be more alien, Martian-like, and then which is what makes me think this is probably the regular version. We got preview images for Solar Superman, which I had told you last week had gone up for pre-order on Amazon's website, though they didn't have any actual images. It is featuring Superman in that black suit with the silver logo. No mullet with this one. Apparently he's got short hair and a full-on beard is the look that they went with. I was kind of hoping for the mullet look like he had in the Return of Superman storyline. But, we do have our first look at the Solar Superman. And then also from listings that we saw back in August, General Zod, a comic book version of General Zod. And I will say his hands definitely do look a little small there. I've seen some people comment on that, but we'll hopefully get a better look at the figure, so maybe the hands won't look so small when we get the more official images for this one. Now, I believe both the Solar Suit Superman and the General Zod will be going up for pre-order pretty much everywhere tomorrow, maybe as soon as midnight tonight, but look for those to drop very soon. And then finally, yesterday, some images started surfacing online via eBay of a new variant of that armored Batman figure, and this one features the armor in blue colors, so more in keeping with like the Dark Knight Returns storyline. So the regular version is in black armor, but again, this one a blue variant. So this has started to hit shelves. I don't know how readily available it's going to be, but if you want the blue armor, you might want to keep an eye out for that one. Okay, so that's it for today. I'd love to hear your thoughts on everything I talked about down in the comments section below. And also, if you haven't already, please think about heading over to TNI to check out the contest where we're giving away 2 $500 store credits to Big Bad Toy Store this week, just in time for the holidays. The details to that contest and how you can enter to win are in the video description below. Like this video if you're so inclined, and please think about subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate it. You should also hit that bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. As always, guys, stay safe out there, and until next time, I'll catch you later. Hey, thanks for watching today's video, and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. And be sure to head over to the Toy News International and Marvelous News message boards communities. It's a great place to talk toys and win cool contests like $100 store credits to Big Bad Toy Store. And remember, action figures are great.